Our top focus in WION right now, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau may resign this week. That's according to a report in the Canadian media. The Globe and Mail, citing 3 anonymous sources, has reported that Trudeau is expected to resign as Liberal Party leader as early as Monday. The sources told the publication that they don't know definitely when Trudeau will announce his plans to leave, but said they expect it will happen before a key national caucus meeting on Wednesday. The report added that it remains unclear whether Trudeau will leave immediately or stay on as the Prime Minister until a new leader is selected. The Prime Minister has discussed with Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc whether he would be willing to step in as the interim leader and Prime Minister. That's what one source told the newspaper, adding that this would be unworkable if LeBlanc plans to run for the leadership. Trudeau took over as the Liberal leader in 2013. That's when the party was in deep trouble and had been reduced to 3rd place in the House of Commons. Trudeau swept to power in 2015 and led the Liberals to 2 more ballot box victories in 2019 and 2021. But he now trails his main rival, Conservative Pierre Poilievre, by 20 points in public opinion polls. Trudeau's departure would leave the party without a permanent head at a time when polls show that the Liberals will badly lose to the Conservatives in an election that must be held by late October. His resignation is likely to spur fresh calls for a quick election to put in place a government that will be able to deal with the administration of U.S. President-elect Donald Trump for the next 4 years. And well, to talk more on this, we are now being joined by Stephen Golub from California. He's a political analyst and a lawyer. Welcome to WION, Mr. Golub.
It's good to be here.
Likewise. Now, it seems like pressure is building on the Canadian Prime Minister. Sources now say that he may resign before the Wednesday caucus. Are there also questions being raised if he will step aside immediately or serve as the Prime Minister until a new leader is selected?
Yeah, that's the kind of the question of the hour, isn't it? And it's uncertain. It would seem as though it might make sense if he is planning to resign to simply step down sooner rather than later, rather than serve as interim leader. But there are complications either way. What we have to keep in mind is the country has to have an election by October of this year. So the Liberals, if they're going to have any chance at all, need to get their house in order sooner rather than later.
Right, Mr. Golub, like you mentioned, the country needs to have elections before October. Trudeau's departure will perhaps leave the Liberal Party without a permanent head. Where does this leave the Liberal Party moving forward, especially with opinion polls suggesting that the Liberals will badly lose to the Conservatives in the upcoming polls?
Well, 10 months is a long time in politics. Things could conceivably change, but I think it leaves them adrift or very much up in the air. We've known for quite a while that Prime Minister Trudeau is on thin ice, so to speak, in terms of his political standing, not just in the country, but even within his own party. So until his status is clarified.
Right. There seems to be some technical glitch with our guest there.
The party picks someone to go ahead with as a permanent candidate to lead them into the election. The party will be very much up in the air.
Right, Mr. Golub, we'll wait and have to see ahead of the Wednesday caucus if Trudeau resigns or not. But thanks very much for joining us on the show.
Okay, thank you.